our community is very friendly. If you were to come in here as a stranger, I'd advise you to sit next to where you see kind of a group or something if you want to. They'll probably speak to you. The reason to come here is our central location. You're minutes from everything that you might want to do.
Hart is the commerce center of Oceana County. We're here 24/7, year-round.
I don't think a week goes by that there isn't something going on. In the summertime, there's live music right over here at the Historic District.
The 4th of July, we have a big fireworks, probably the biggest one in the county by far. Normally we have about 4,000 people in downtown, which 2,000 person town, that's quite an influx.
We have started a Hispanic Heritage Festival in the fall, in September.
People come in and do this Hispanic dance, and there may be 20 of them at the Commons at one time.
It's an excellent cultural exchange for all to see and experience. A family donated 18 acres for a city park, a campground in 1912 in honor of their son.
John Gurney Park has always been a real asset to this community.
It's a little treasure for our little city. It's got a campground there.
It's been a great campground. It has frontage on Hart Lake. Hart Lake is the focal point of the city.
It does make one very good fishing lake. People enjoy it.
Certain time of the year, you'll see people all over the bridge down there on State Street catching speckled bass because the run is on. We have 10 restaurants right here within almost walking distance, being right in the proper La Fiesta, which is a real Hispanic restaurant.
Hart Pizza, they're just down across from the furniture store. Pink Elephant is an awful good one for breakfast.
1991, I got involved in the Hart Historic District and became addicted.
You can spend all day in here and not see everything yet.
To me, one of the great assets over there is the old Shaner feed mill. And I used to love going to the feed mills when I was a kid.
And that was shut down by the EPA and so forth, and it would be too expensive to rebuild it back. So they gave it to the city as a historical site, and that's how this got started.
Our first project, I believe, was moving a 100-year-old church and restoring it.
Moving that church in that took an all day thing. I had a house mover that donated his time, and he put it up on blocks and then on wheels and hauled it into town.
Visitors coming here are so overwhelmed. The two biggest words that I hear is wow and unbelievable.
The district has been fortunate enough to have some very nice collections come their way over the years.
This historic district has got a lot of displays from different people that you didn't realize had a collection. It's just fascinating what you will find from people in the area.
The very first collection that started at the Hart Historic District was the animated dolls. We have about 125 different individual pieces in that collection.
That was already here, I think is world class. It's the Arrowhead and Spear Point collection.
That's a collection, there's no way you could ever replace it. I mean, there's 5,000 different arrowheads there, and I don't think you could ever find a collection on an amateur base that big. It's renowned for what it is.
Probably one of the best ones is the antique hand tools. I can't even name them all, but there's planes and drills.
All of them are hand tools, and there's 1,200 pieces. And then you get into the logging tools. Actually, some of that was on campus here in 1880s to 1912. The Mudgett cabin. How this started was he had a collection of wildlife mounts and furs, and he didn't know what he was ever going to do with them.
All that collection back there most of it is from roadkill. Everything around here, I think, has been a labor of love from somebody. A love for the old, a love for the past, and a love of putting it back together again.
Sometimes visitors, if they've been here many years ago, come back and expect kind of a sleepy little town that's kind of fallen by the wayside. But with all the things that we've done here over the years, it's become a place to go.